Imagine two giant birds, unable to fly, but capable of running faster than a human at full speed. Two retites, two survivors of an old world, two champions of adaptation. At first glance, the ostrich and the emu look alike. Long legs, long neck, prehistoric silhouette. Yet they don't belong to the same family, don't live on the same continents, don't reproduce in the same way, and don't occupy the same ecological role. Today, we compare them scientifically: family, build, lifestyle, habitat, reproduction, ecological importance, and conservation status. Let's start with the basics. Kinship. The ostrich is the largest of living birds. It belongs to the order Struthoniformes and the family Struthonidae. The emu is an Australian giant placed in the family Dromaeidae, and often classified in the order Casuariiformes with cassowaries. So yes, they share a retite profile, a bird with a flat breastbone, unable to fly. But their lineage split long ago, shaped by geography. Africa for the ostrich, Australia for the emu. The ostrich is a biological monument: long powerful legs, massive muscles, and a clear strategy: flee by running and defend if necessary with fearsome kicks. Its morphology is designed for running in open terrain. Long strides, stable center of gravity, and a body built for efficiency on the savannas. The emu is more compact, often described as a machine for walking, trotting, covering miles, and adapting to resource variations. Its feathers appear hairier, less airy than the ostrich's, and its movement style is often more enduring, more nomadic, especially during droughts. Key difference: the ostrich is optimized for speed in open spaces, while the emu is optimized for mobility and endurance in more varied environments. Both species are opportunistic omnivores. They eat a plant-based diet: seeds, shoots, fruits, and supplement with insects and other small prey when the opportunity arises. But their ecological context changes everything. Ostrich, savanna, semi-arid zone, African steppes, often in open environments where seeing danger coming is an advantage. Emu, great Australian diversity, grasslands, dry savannas, scrubland, open wooded areas with sometimes significant movements depending on water and food. Here the gap becomes spectacular. In the emu, reproduction is famous for one thing: it's the male that incubates. Once the eggs are laid, the male broods for about 56 days and, in an extreme feat, eats and drinks very little, sometimes almost not at all, during the incubation period. The eggs are often described as dark, deep green, an emblematic trait of the species. In summary, in the emu, the male invests heavily in the survival of the future young. With the ostrich, the strategy is different. Nests can become real nurseries. Incubation lasts about 42 to 46 days, and there can be many chicks from several females in a single nest. Ostrich eggs are the largest among birds. They weigh around 1.4 kilograms on average, depending on the source. Key difference: emu, highly invested fatherhood, male-dominated incubation, 56 days. Ostrich, more collective reproduction, 42 to 46 day incubation, nests can hold several clutches. These two giants are discrete engineers. They help disperse seeds by consuming various fruits and seeds, then redistributing them across much larger distances. They actively reshape and modify their environment through trampling, movement, and resource access, directly impacting the lives of small wildlife, insects, and vegetation. Relationship with humans. The ostrich has been widely exploited for feathers, leather, and meat, and is still farmed by humans. These large birds are also commercially farmed for their meat, leather, and oil. And in the wild, they continue to maintain a very strong link with Australian agricultural landscapes. But this proximity has a price: habitat fragmentation, collisions, local conflicts, and historical hunting pressure. Good news: globally, both species are classified as least concern on the red list. Common ostrich, Struthiocamelus, least concern, recent assessment reported by BirdLife. The Australian emu, Dromaeus novaehollandiae, is listed as least concern, as classified by BirdLife International. But beware, least concern doesn't mean there is no risk at all. It mainly means not threatened with imminent extinction on a global scale. Locally, Some populations may suffer from habitat loss, drought, fires, and increasing human-related pressures. In the end, the ostrich and the emu are two different answers to the same evolutionary puzzle. How to become a giant without flying? The ostrich is the sprinter of the African plains, the specialist of wide-open spaces. The emu is Australia's robust nomad and one of the few birds where the father is the sole guardian of the eggs. If you want a future comparative episode, emu versus cassowary or ostrich versus rhea, let us know in the comments.